mechanism. The Minister of State, Second Vice President's Office, Policy Coordination and the House of Representatives, Honorable Hamza Hassan Juma, has said the enactment of the new law of the House would eliminate inefficiencies in the implementation of its functions. Now the news in details. Zanzibar. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has directed the Director General of the Zanzibar Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Authority, ZAECA, to initiate an investigation on a report on the Controller and Auditor General, CAG, in order to bring to the law enforcement those involved in the embezzlement of the funds. Let's join with our reporter for the story.
Speaking after swearing in the new Director General, Mr. Ali Abdullah Ali, and handing over to him a report of the Controller and Auditor General, CAG, at a State House in Zanzibar, Dr. Mwinyi told him that that's his first responsibility to ensure an adequate investigation on the report in all areas shown to be defective.
I want to hand over to you a report released by CAG. I order you to deal and work on it efficiently. This is your first responsibility. I would like to see that all areas that have been identified with the weaknesses, the investigation is conducted and the needed legal action is taken.
Other areas where Dr. Mwinyi ordered to be investigated and legal actions to be taken are the Ministry of Construction, Communications and Transportation, where cash money was transferred to companies that are not existent and available have no registration as well. Dr. Mwinyi promised the new boss of ZAECA that the government will provide to him all kinds of assistance so that he could fulfill his duties, and encouraged him to work with other security organs to achieve a success. For his part, the Director General of the Zanzibar Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Authority, ZAECA, Mr. Ali Abdullah Ali, pledged to work diligently towards all instructions provided by President Mwinyi. The swearing-in of ZAECA's new Director General followed the resignation of former Director ACP Ahmed Khamis Malakani after the President asked ZAECA to evaluate itself due to its inadequate performance.
Now it is my time to go and deal with the direction by the President as well as the report of CAG in order to ensure that the action is taken under the consideration of law and rights. That is what we are going to do, starting with the report of CAG.
Ilham Mahmoud, ZBC.
Zanzibar. The Minister of State, President's Office, Constitution, Legal Affairs, Public Service and Good Governance, Honorable Harun Ali Suleiman, has advised the Office of the Controller and Auditor General of the Government of the United Republic of Tanzania and the Zanzibar Revolutionary Government to ensure they double their efforts in carrying out inspection, especially in specific areas including work mechanism. Saidi Kututua has more on the story.
Honorable Harun made the remarks at his talk with the controllers and auditor generals of the government of both sides of the union at his office Mazizini, Zanzibar. He said if the auditing is carried out more carefully, financial controls could be improved and the country's economy will continue to grow faster. He also encouraged the exciting cooperation to be developed and exchanged specific techniques and training to ensure financial control is carefully monitored in both parts of union.
First, I congratulate you for a decision to cooperate in the implementation of your work. But you have to know that the world is changing rapidly and the techniques of theft have also changed. Some areas need extra supervision due to their importance. The areas including financial systems. In fact, the system is much interfered.
For his part, the Controller and Auditor General of the Union Government of Tanzania, Mr. Charles Kichele, expressed the need to continue strengthening, exciting the cooperation so that they could unite to support the government in enhancing national development.
Our cooperation will base on changing experience between us, such that if one side is able to help solve challenges available at another side, it will provide assistance. This is how we are going to cooperate, and we have already started doing so.
Saik Kututwa, ZBC.
Zanzibar. The Minister of State, President's Office, Regional Administration, Local Government and Special Departments of the Revolutionary Government of Zanzibar, Honorable Masood Ali Mohammed, has said the units of special departments will be ready to enhance cooperation with the police force to ensure that the lives of the people will remain in peace. Let's join with our reporter.
Speaking with the Commissioner of Police Zanzibar at his office Voga in Zanzibar, Honorable Masood said the issue of safeguarding the people and their properties is an important thing, in which it will increase confidence to the people to give cooperation to security organs to be able to implement their obligations efficiently.
Kuendeleza mashirikiano kati ya jeshi la polisi kwa upande wa Zanzibar na vyombo vyetu hivi ambao kwa upande mmoja nao vina dhamana ya ulinzi.
To develop the available cooperation between our police force on the side of Zanzibar and our forces of the special departments of SMZ. Right now you are in charge, so I believe that you will develop this cooperation in order to maintain peace and security to the people and their properties.
Earlier, the police chief Zanzibar, Hamad Khamis Hamad, recommended the establishment of a joint training between the police force and units of special departments so as to enable the fighters to carry out their duties more professionally.
Let's organize joint trainings that will keep us together. The training will provide forum of being together apart from a normal operation. It will unite us.
Commissioner Hamad Khamis arrived at the office for a courtesy call after being appointed to hold the post recently. Reporting for ZBC Nightline, I'm Hamid Omar.
Zanzibar. The Minister of State, Second Vice President's Office, Policy Coordination and the House of Representatives, Honorable Hamza Hassan Juma, has said the enactment of the new law of the House will eliminate inefficiencies of the implementation of its functions. Let's join with a Nightline reporter for the story.
Presenting a bill to repeal a Law No. 4 of 2007 of the House of Representatives on immunity, ability and opportunities for its members, he said the bill would further strengthen the separation of powers to prevent members of the House from becoming a part of other pillars of the state.
Generally, this bill intends to remove weaknesses and challenges available in the law that were enacted in 2007. The changes will make the law to go parallel with the current and future needs of members of the House of Representatives, especially in the implementation of their duties without interfering the Constitution and other laws available in Zanzibar.
Delivering the opinion of the committee to oversee the offices of national leaders, the chairman of the committee, Honorable Machano Othman, said the bill is intending to eliminate inconveniences appeared in previous law of 2007 that will fit the current and future circumstances for members, including those with special needs, to recognize their assistance according to the law.
Honorable Chairman, to make sure this bill is better and could bring success, the committee has made review and satisfied with the bill. The main target of it is to simplify the achievements of various activities of members of the House of Representatives.
For their part, the members of the House said the purpose of the amendment is to create better working conditions, including facilitating operations with access to work equipment.
Kwa unapendekeza kuongezwe kipengele chingine kabla ya kipengele cha tatu.
I recommend the addition of another aspect before the third aspect of this bill. The aspect should explain that members who will be appointed by Speaker should do their work within a period of not more than 3 months.
Kufanya kazi zake kwa muda usiozidi miezi mitatu.
Mimi napendekeza pamoja na sheria hii.
I advise that apart from this law, our government have to think on another law that would help members of the House of Representatives be able to work according to the target of this law.
Hapa ilivyokusudia.
Members of the House have passed the bill tabled at the session at Shukrani in Zanzibar. Reporting for ZBC Nightline, I'm Jamila Thabit.
Zanzibar. The Ministry of Education and Vocational Training has said it intends to build libraries in each district to increase the number of students' achievements. Here is more of the story.
Unveiling literacy awareness ahead of International Literacy Day celebrations at the Central Library Grounds, Maisara. The minister concerned, Honorable Leila Muhammad Musa, said the move will inspire students to learn on their own without encouragement. She said last year figures showed that the number of students who visited the library was 47,000, which is less compared to the number of students who are in school and higher education institutions in the country. Hence, she urged elders and teachers to be ready to encourage children and students to go to the library, to learn different books, to access knowledge of various aspects.
Sasa ni muda kila wilaya kuhakikisha tunaweka huduma hizi za maktaba.
It is the time now for each district to ensure that it keeps library services in order to simplify the availability of this important service to students. We are in a digital age, thus students need to boost themselves by reading various books, hence increase their knowledge.
For her part, the board director of Library Services, Ms. Ulfat Abdulaziz Ibrahim, said the aim of celebrating the International Literacy Day is to encourage students to take responsibility for their own learning at an early age.
The main reason of doing this is to encourage people because most of them have no culture of reading books. This would motivate them to come here and read. I advise parents and teachers to bring their children at the libraries so that they can build a habit of reading books. If they grow up with the culture, they will develop themselves educationally.
World Literacy Day is celebrated on 8th September each year. Neema Majeshi, ZBC.
West District A. The Director of the Zanzibar Environmental Management Authority, ZEMA, Mr. Shehamjaja Juma, has insisted on the better supervision of environment in the process of finding and extracting oil and natural gas in Zanzibar in order to avert environmental effects. Here is the story.
Opening a training of building awareness on finding and extracting oil and natural gas to the side of environment, Mr. Mjaja said the move would help keep strong security in the sector that is very important to the human life. He added that the training would provide awareness on better supervision of the environment in the process of extracting oil and natural gas in Zanzibar.
Na sekta hii ya mazingira ni sekta ambayo ni...
The sector of environment is very important in ensuring that the process of finding and extracting oil and natural gas is conducted without it bringing any environmental and social effects.
Lakini bila kuwa na athari kwa jamii.
Engineer from the Zanzibar Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Mr. Hamid Fadil Jafar, said no one will miss his rights when it is confirmed that he gets effect from the process.
If we do as it is directed in the policy of a blue economy, all activities will go smoothly. That's why we make follow-up to know people with the activities. This would help make compensation if there is any case happening.
For their part, participants of the training advised Zanzibar Petroleum Regulatory Authority to keep strong strategies that would help supervise the environment in the next steps. Salmi Muhammad Ali of ZBC Nightline.
Before the end of the news, here are the headlines again. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has directed the Director General of the Zanzibar Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Authority, ZAECA, to initiate an investigation on a report on the Controller and Auditor General, CAG. The Minister of State, President's Office, Constitution, Legal Affairs, Public Service and Good Governance, Honorable Harun Ali Suleiman, has advised the Office of the Controller and General Auditors of the Government of the United Republic of Tanzania and the Zanzibar Revolutionary Government to ensure they double their efforts in carrying out inspection, especially in specific areas, including work mechanism. The Minister of State, Second Vice President's Office, Policy Coordination and the House of Representatives, Honorable Hamza Hassan Juma, has said the enactment of the new law of the House will eliminate inefficiencies in the implementation of its functions. And this is the end of the news from Zanzibar Broadcasting Corporation. See you next time. Goodbye.